Welcome to Neovation Nation, where we believe in living beyond the ordinary. Here, it's not just about motivation, it's about real, transformative change. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful ways to live a fulfilling life, by living with intention. In our fast-paced world, many of us fall into routines that feel almost automatic, where each day seems like a repeat of the last. We're constantly rushing from one thing to the next, responding to emails, scrolling through social media, and checking things off our endless to-do lists. But somewhere in that process, we lose sight of the why behind it all. Living with intention invites us to step off the treadmill and take a pause, to consider whether we're really spending our time and energy on what matters most to us. Imagine, just for a moment, waking up each morning with a clear sense of purpose, knowing that every choice, every action, is bringing you closer to a life that truly reflects who you are and what you value. That's the power of intentional living. It's the difference between just existing and truly living with purpose and fulfillment. Living with intention means making the conscious decision to align your actions, thoughts, and choices with your most deeply held values. But what does that actually look like in everyday life? Well, it starts with defining what those values are. Without a clear sense of what matters most to us, it's all too easy to get swept up by what others expect, or by what seems urgent but may not be truly important. Think of your values as the North Star guiding your journey. They're unique to you and can provide a strong foundation, even in the most chaotic times. Maybe it's honesty, growth, family, freedom, or creativity that speaks to you. Whatever your values are, they're what give meaning to your days and direction to your actions. When we take time to identify these values, we're essentially giving ourselves a compass to navigate life's challenges and opportunities with clarity. So, take a moment to reflect, dig deep, and get to know what you value at your core, because these values will become the guiding principles for an intentional life. Once you know your values, the next step is to begin making choices that reflect them. This isn't always easy, especially in a world that encourages us to go with the flow and follow the crowd. But living with intention is about taking control of your own life. Let's say you value family, yet your schedule is so packed that you rarely have time to spend with loved ones. Living with intention might mean setting boundaries at work, saying no to commitments that drain you, and prioritizing quality time with the people who matter most. The beauty of intentional living is that it's deeply personal. No two journeys look the same. And while it may require some sacrifices, the rewards are more than worth it. Each choice that aligns with your values brings you a step closer to living authentically. Rather than going through the motions, you begin to experience a sense of purpose, a feeling that your life is truly your own, crafted by choices that mean something to you. This is what it means to live intentionally, not to be perfect, but to make small, meaningful choices that bring you closer to the life you envision for yourself. Every action, no matter how small, has the power to be intentional. Think about it. Instead of accepting every invitation or saying yes to every request, what if you took a moment to ask yourself, is this really adding value to my life? Living intentionally means being selective, choosing activities, people, and environments that bring you closer to your values. Imagine if, rather than comparing yourself to others, you focused on becoming the best version of yourself, measuring progress based on your own growth. This shift might seem small, but it has the power to change everything. By choosing to engage in what truly matters to you, you gain control over the direction of your life. You stop wasting energy on things that don't serve you and begin to create space for those that do. In a world where it's so easy to get caught up in distractions, choosing intentional actions is like planting seeds for a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. Take Sarah, for example. For years, she worked a high-paying job that looked great on paper, but deep down, she felt empty and unfulfilled. After a lot of reflection, she realized that creativity was a core value she had neglected in the pursuit of stability and success. Rather than quitting her job overnight, she started small by dedicating weekends to her art. She painted, she created, she let her imagination run free, and slowly, she began to feel that spark of fulfillment she'd been missing. Over time, Sarah found ways to integrate creativity more fully into her life, even making it part of her career. Living with intention isn't about massive changes overnight. It's about listening to that quiet inner voice that knows what you need to feel alive and finding ways to honor it in your daily life. It's about recognizing the areas where your actions don't align with your values and taking steps, however small, to bring them back into harmony. Living with intention is an ongoing journey, not a destination you reach once and for all. There will be days when you're pulled off track, times when life feels chaotic, and it's easy to slip back into old habits. But each day offers a fresh opportunity to realign, to check in with yourself, and to take one small step toward a life that reflects your deepest values. So, today, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect. Identify one small change you can make that aligns with your values. It doesn't have to be big, even something as simple as spending 5 extra minutes in gratitude, calling a loved one, or setting a boundary. Each intentional choice builds on the last, creating a foundation for a life of meaning and purpose. Remember, living with intention isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about creating a life where each decision, each moment, is a step closer to who you truly want to be. Thank you for watching Neovation Nation. If this video resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and join a community dedicated to growth, self-discovery, and living with purpose. Here, we're all about creating lives that matter. Let's keep growing together.